So the bragging razor is if someone brags about their success or happiness, assume it's half of what they claim.
So for me, when you sent this to me last week, I had never heard of this before, and it immediately caught my eye because I think when you meet new people and when you start to talk to them and get to know them, you can tell right away whether they're interested in telling you about themselves or interested in asking you questions and learning about you or what you do or who you are, what you've accomplished. And in retrospect, sometimes after having conversations with people who tell you so much about what they've done, you feel like, yeah, that person kind of bragged a lot about their own accomplishments. Didn't really ask many questions, just talked about themselves the whole time. And the older I've gotten, the more often I've been inclined to fact check them. And whether that means like if it's a hockey conversation, look at their career or their history and see if what they're saying is true. If it's something outside of hockey, then even still like a quick Google search and trying to find out like just not that I'm trying to catch people in a lie, but I just want to know. Like I just want to know the truth. Like if you're telling me that you went to Duke Law and now you're a lawyer in San Francisco, and I look you up and like you went to a different law school and but you're not a lawyer in San Francisco, you're a lawyer in Frisco, Texas. Nothing against that, but then it's like, why'd you lie to me? And now the reason I really want to know is because like I'm trying to figure out who I should trust and who I shouldn't trust, and who's telling me something that's worthy of listening to and who's not. And the bragging razor to me is like it's an easy way to almost delete the need to search that person or fact check them. And it's like if I meet you and you just start bragging about yourself, I'm going to assume, but just a safe rule of thumb, that half of what you're saying is complete BS and half is true. And now it's like, does it matter what half is true and what half isn't? Not necessarily. And before I can get back to you, like the thing that most pertains to me and what I do, and probably the same for you, is like when you talk with other coaches or you talk with other players and you immediately hear about accomplishments, um, it's almost like a red flag. And so like some of the some of the best players I've like interacted with, whether that's through recruiting or a camp or on our team, they're not really like inclined to tell you about how they were like rookie of the year or they were player of the year. Like they know they're good. Their body of work shows that, and they don't need to talk about what they've done because it's just evident. And same goes for like some of the best coaches I've been around. Like they're not really telling me the first time I talk with them that they were selected coach of the year for the conference or the division, or that they recruited a player of the year or a goalie of the year or whatever. It's just like I'm gonna speak to you and tell you what I think and have a conversation, and then you can do research if you want to find out what my accolades are. Um, so for me, those types of people that are quick to share all their accomplishments, I now knowing this razor and having the experience, like I find them a little bit harder to trust.